Cheers guys, sorry for the little technical hiccups there at the start, but we're getting there. It looks like it's outputting full screen now, so thank you for that. We will get started with a Cryptosmith stream with the brand new structure on the hour, so that's in roughly 9 minutes time, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully everything goes okay. Don't forget to give this stream a like as well, and if you're not already subscribed to our channel, please click the subscribe button with a little bell to be kept up to date with more Cryptosmith videos and also Raptoreum videos. Just about another 5 minutes to go. making, Smith? What you making, bro? What you making today, Smith? Smith? Smith?
See, get it, Smith. Raptoreum, welcome, Raptoreum. Get it, Smith. Welcome, Raptoreum.
Cryptosmith con un ritmo y dale fin. Seguro que pega un hit, semana de actualización. Raptoreum está en cadena y yo traigo el micro en on. Tirando fuego, somos rapaces. Solo espera lo que viene.
Wait. It's Binarai. His name is Cryptosmith, with his tip-top chips. And when he's listening to the song, he's got some hip-hop hips. He does this forged in fire, and Smith don't play by wire. He does this only for the love, so turn up amplifier. And when you're sitting and you're watching the myth of the Smith with the brain in the jiff. Oh, don't slip, Smith, for Smith's the only one who puts swords in fire. Propels the lords of higher, they're reaching higher and higher. Smith, what you making, man? What you making, Smith? Smith! 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 Smith!
Get it, Smith. Raptoreum, welcome, Raptoreum. Get it, Smith. Welcome, Raptoreum.
Hello community, my name is Paul Mills from Raptoreum Core and welcome to the new Cryptosmith structure that we have planned for you all. We hope it brings more eyes on what Smith is doing in bringing real world assets into the digital world, utilizing the Raptoreum blockchain in the process. Smith, do you want to introduce yourself and explain what you do and what you
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Paul. Thanks to everybody out there. My name is Jesse Lambert, aka Cryptosmith. What we do, well, we try and bring real-world items into the digital space and put them onto the chain. Ultimately, what we're doing is making the blockchain an everyday occurrence where we do most of our transactions there. This is where we start to do a lot of our day-to-day life. So this is kind of our part in doing that.
Excellent. Smith, I know that we talked about, I don't know whether you've read the chat, but I know that we talked about having the stream with you watching it on YouTube muted so you can actually comment on what's going on. But I think I've figured out how to output this to this to this call, so you can actually view in real time the same thing that the community are actually viewing. So I'm just going to set this up to make sure it does actually output to this call so you can see it. So I do apologize, guys, this is our first way of doing this format, so I just want to make sure that we get it right. So,
and while you're doing that, I think I'll introduce a little bit what we're doing here, if that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
So ultimately, what we're trying to do here with this new format is we're trying to condense a whole lot of work down into something that's watchable format, while taking more of a podcast approach where we're able to have interaction from the community as well as some of the guests who are here. I think it's something that's never been done, as far as I know, where we can take a recorded video and rather than just having a voiceover format, having a live voiceover, but also the opportunity to interact with the community on this. So I think this is just another first that Raptoreum is taking on, and I'm super excited to how it's going to work out. Saying that, we got some bugs to fix along the way. So like most things that are good, greatness happens over time. It takes time to really form and perfect. So yeah, bear with us. I think this will be a good thing.
Okay, Smith, what I've done, I've created a new window within this call. So if you click on that window, you will see full screen. It's currently a black screen right now, with you in the corner, but that's what's being broadcasted. So as the video is being played, we can comment on this and we can interact with the community. on what's going on in the video. If you would like to interact with us during this production, you are more than welcome to, either in the YouTube channel, or you can also do it in the stream party chat as you do on the normal weekly streams. Smith, are you ready?
Hey, take her away.
Okay.
Only fear and good judgment is holding us back at this point.
All right. Okay. Here we go.
I got YouTube playing in the background. How does that sound? Is that messing you up? YouTube playing in the background.
Yeah, it's terrible. You need to just watch my stream on Discord. So you just got to click my window.
It's funny watching this. You get so in depth into the editing process and whatnot, you forget the overall idea of what's going on. You kind of lose the essence of it. So it's neat watching. It's almost as if from a outside perspective first time.
You can just mute YouTube if you like, Smith.
I think that's Hunter. That's echoing. How's it going, Hunter?
Good.
Good.
Charlie, good to see you.
So this is gonna be pretty fast, which I'm happy for. I don't know, maybe it's I think it's about a 25-minute video, and it took us about 6 hours from start to finish, going hard, solid, and not stopping for anything, mind you. So the footage that we set up was pretty natural flow to things, and then all we did was kind of cut it up afterwards.
It's very serious putting your apron on.
So I had just been perturbed, let's say, just prior to that. So that was real emotion you were saying. The seriousness. And then I think I slapped myself in the face with my mask. Yep, there we go. I got to turn YouTube up.
You don't need to turn YouTube up. You can just watch it on Discord. If you go to this call, where we are, and click on that, You should be able to see it.
I wanted to hear the transition for the music on the earbud.
Who did the editing?
I did.
Did you?
Yes, sir.
You can relate. What program?
DaVinci Resolve.
That's my guy. That's what I use.
Nice. Yeah, that's a fantastic program.
Oh yeah. The training is actually pretty good. The training manual, go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not all of it, but.
So I do want to, I do like how there was a close-up on that, just sneaking right up to the line. I think that's one of the best parts, for sure, for me anyway. The nice thing about this, too, is I get to kind of see this for the first time. You know, not through the chopped up pieces of the editing screen, but now as one continuous flow. Kind of cool to see. Yeah, so that's a 60 grit belt, and it wasn't quite new. It'd been through a few knives, but the corners stay pretty sharp. So,
if you're going to do more editing, you should look into the speed editor for DaVinci. It's really it's a
Are you talking about
unit.
Are you talking about the retime controls, the time curves?
No,
Or
it's that boy.
the plugin? Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. This thing is like it's got so many great things. You can split, and you can do like an auto close up. Hit a button, and you get a close up, and
Wow.
It's time saver. Yeah, it really is.
So here I kind of I went ad lib there. You can see that there's a little bit of right there, that gap on that belly of that, and I just kind of made it conform to the wheel itself. So there's a little bit of room for some movement deviation from the original design. One of the biggest things I've learned along the way was to use the tools that I have to make my designs. Whereas when I first started, I would design and then I would make tools to fit my design. And I think there's room and place for that. But I would say that the former is more expedient. It's faster. Not only faster, I would say, but because you're forced into a certain way of doing things now by, of course, the tools that you have on hand, you can come up with some pretty cool designs because it gives you a little bit of structure to start with. You know, like our brain has so many options that it's almost like we don't know where to start sometimes. And having being railroaded sort of by having to work around the tools you have on hand gives you that starting point. And I've found anyways, because I've done it both ways. I've done it, you know, as the ideas fly, and then I've done it through the structured sense of design around your tools. And I found that designing around your tools, actually, you get some pretty cool design elements that pop up. And this is one of those principle-based designs.
How would you design around a screwdriver?
Well, it depends if you're talking functionality or if you're talking how you would, for example, are you designing it around wanting to put a screw in? And if that's the case, I would just use threaded inserts. Or are you talking about taking a visual supplement from from the screwdriver. And if that's the case, you know, you could just put a aesthetic element into your design, say crosshair or something, if you're talking about a Phillips, for example. Or are you talking about functionality, like maybe putting in a 1/4 inch hex so that you could actually stick a screwdriver through there and then use the knife to apply some torque? Or there's so many different ways you could look at it, but each one of those is going to create a starting point at which you can do a whole bunch of really cool design elements from. So it depends which way you're talking about. Short answer, long answer, long to the short answer.
Well, your answer was sufficient. I was just trying to work out what you would think.
Yeah. But see, that right there is the perfect example, right? Like, I just went 6 different ways with that, but we had a starting point, which was the screwdriver.
Okay.
So, whereas before, those, just like a focal point, they come in, they reach that focal point, and then they shoot off in the opposite direction. And I'm standing on the other side of the opposite direction, and it's hard to catch them, right?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you find that focal point, and we got something to work from. So here, I don't know if you noticed, but I shaped it and everything, and then I went ahead and run it across the belt again. That's so that the line shows better when we run it perpendicular to it.
Okay.
Because had I not done that, the lines that were left from the big wheel attachment, here I'm just caressing the blade, don't mind. Kids, watch, turn away.
It's only a metalsmith can caress a blade. Ooh.
The camera wasn't focused, so I had to put my hand there so you guys could see the center line. But had I left those parallel lines, I never would have saw that center scribe line. So, and I like caressing blades, can I say?
I hit screen record so that we're recording this because I have an idea that this could be kind of fun to, you know, kind of the behind the scenes. What is it? The extras on DVDs and that kind of extra content.
Yeah.
Just the color commentary can be kind of fun. Well, it already is fun, but I wish I'd have thought to start it at the very beginning, but oh well. Anyway.
Foodwise is asking, so do we expect the new creation to go up for auction?
Yes. As soon as, I think the big thing is we need to get our scanning and our 3D rendering and our mailing in order so that, and there's been a big pause on that because until things are sent out in the mail in a timely fashion, I don't want to keep this, let's call it a 4-lane freeway car pileup happening.
Yeah.
So yes, things will be for auction. We need to get our poop in a group here to make sure that these things are scanned, rendered, and mailed out quickly, efficiently, and without pissing any more people off. Sherm, we love you, man. We love you. And I think about, you should know, I go to sleep every night thinking about you, okay? It keeps me up a little bit, I'm just saying.
Budweiser said below that, I mean, do we expect to immediately ship it to Charlie?
Oh, one of the best tools right there is that drum sander. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, handle scales. Love these things. But that drum sander, man, what a game changer that was for the business. I wasn't gonna do this method, what you're looking at here, and I decided to on the fly, not knowing if I was going to regret it or not. I don't think, I shouldn't say I don't think. Immediately after doing it, I was very happy for doing it. I think it was, but it was not in the original plan. So it did involve quite a bit more work because you now have to inset the handles, and so now basically added 5 more processes to the whole to the overall project. So it is quite a bit more work involved doing it this way. But it's fun, and it looks fun. If that camera could stay still. There's a lot of footage that got cut out simply because when you speed things up, slow movements are now fast movements, and then you end up having this jittery camera work.
Yeah.
Resolve's got a solution for that. Resolve has a solution for that.
Were you still using? Were you using the gimbal?
Yeah. But again, because it's sped up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you do is you don't zoom in as much, and you use Resolve's like a steady, it's like a steady cam filter or process.
I did use their stabilizing.
Yeah, stabilizing, right.
Stabilizing feature on a couple clips, and I did see a bit of but you really only see the difference if you know the before. And if you don't know the before and all you see is the after, there's still quite a bit of shake because of the sped up, because of how sped up it is.
Yeah, you almost need it to be on a tripod for that.
Yeah,
but it's tough to do, or a real steady cam. That's tough to do.
Yeah, like you can see here at 100% speed that was, pretty steady.
Yeah.
So here, just heating up the blade. So I found that this bluing solution works a lot better with a hot blade. I use boiling water, so it's very hot to handle right now. It's burning me actually, and I'm getting quite angry recording this clip here because that knife was just burning my hands. And of course, I just had to grin and bear it because there was no redoing this. Once it's blued, it's blued. There's no going back, right? So
I must say the camera angles are brilliant with this format. It's definitely a lot better in terms of production and for the viewer to get a feel for what's going on.
It's excellent. It's really good.
So here we're just going to trace out our shape on the handle itself and drill everything. Once we have everything aligned, there's quite a bit, again, because of the shaky footage that I had to skip over on this. But once we get everything drilled out, we attach it back to the handle, true everything up. And then once it's trued up, we actually go in and scribe an offset into the handle so that there's a bit of protrusion from the tang outwards so that we can take advantage of that rock pattern. So here you'll see that these handles are already at the point where they've been trued up and offset in. And this is, now we have to shape it freehand. We can't shape it on the knife anymore because there's the protrusion of that tang coming out. If we were to shape it on the knife, we would mess up our rock pattern, our chipped flint pattern that we made on the tang. This can be a little tricky simply because you don't have anything to hold on to. But it looks fun from this angle. It's not so fun from the other angle.
Did you say that belt sander is new?
Nope, I've had that belt sander for going on 4 or 5 years now. So here you can see the protrusion of the tang out from the handle a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
So that's what we're trying to preserve. And now we'll just give it some highlights here to make that napped flint texture really pop. Polish the highlights and yeah. I think there's a couple places that I tried to freeze frame on that one where I just put the knife there. I think it could have lasted there for another, a good solid second. And as you know, Hunter, in the world of video, 1 second might as well be a minute. but I could not freeze frame that without it looking too much like a freeze frame, and it really ruined the flow of things. Yeah, so I kind of had to settle with just enough. Maybe a nice little, maybe it's a tee shot, maybe it's not enough, maybe it's just enough to get people uninterested. I don't know.
Look, for those that don't already know, Jesse Lambert is a perfectionist. Nothing is perfect, even when it is.
So this is the other fun part about a protruded tang, is you can't clamp it up in any way that's really that I'm happy with, let's say. I love clamping the crap out of my stuff, not tight, because you'll squeeze out all of your glue. You have to do it with moderate pressure, but consistent pressure. So you have to have a consistent PSI over the entire set of scales, because believe it or not, so one of my favorite things to use, is you're seeing it right there, is elastic bands. And I don't know of anybody else who does this. I think I came up with it. Maybe I didn't. I know that they're used in woodworking, and this is kind of where I got the idea from. So, but the trouble is you can't use elastic bands without that epoxy curing in between the scales and the protruded tang. So this is very much a babysitting job, where you wrap it up, you clean it, you unwrap it, you clean it, you wrap it back up, and so on and so forth until it's cured. So this was fun. let's say it like that. I know right about here, I'm like, okay, move on. I get it. You're cleaning the knife. Yeah, okay.
One thing's for sure, you watch this video and you realize why these knives are so freaking expensive. I mean, that's not, I mean, that is true hand craftsmanship.
Yeah, I heard a saying that the difference between something being expensive and costly is something that is costly has a cost that's associated with its value, and something being expensive just has a high price tag. I would like to submit that these are costly but not expensive.
Okay, there you go. I'll go with that. Makes sense too.
Bam.
Hunter, I can't actually view the YouTube comments on the control panel with this new stream key for some reason. So if there are any comments, if you could check for me, that'd be great.
Sure will.
Thank you.
Let me...
I don't know how to pronounce your name. Kapak.
Oh, that's Danek. That's Danek.
Danek. Journal. Kapato journal. Anyways, he said it's the warp stabilizer. Hunter.
Warp stabilizer.
Yeah. And Toy, the detail is amazing so far. Thank you, Toy. I know we're after reviewing this, we've definitely gonna instill some camera practices that is gonna help with the jitteriness. Again, we don't even realize it's not a jittery process because we're going slow. We're going. Oh, I decided to leave this in for the sake of posterity. I did end up sharpening it later on to be shaving sharp, but it has a catch. And so a little bit of a thing with this taper testing, because you see it a lot, right? I don't know. Paul, can you pause this?
No.
Okay, good enough. So
it's working. Let's just let it.
So you see paper cutting a lot. And what people don't realize is paper cutting has nothing to do with making sure the blade is sharp, because you can sharpen a butter knife to a razor blade. It ain't gonna last very long. What you're looking for when you're cutting paper is a burr, and so it'll still cut through the paper, but it'll create a ragged edge. on it, or a catch altogether. And then you know where to look for or where to pay attention to a burr that's on the knife still. And that's what the paper cutting is all about. The paper cutting isn't to see if it's a razor blade and cut paper. It does to a degree if you're dealing with a more fragile paper and stuff like that. You can use it for that, but that's not its main purpose. Its main purpose is to find where your edge needs work still.
So what is it? What are you putting on it now? The oil or?
Yeah, that's just a furniture oil.
Huh.
Yeah, and it's what's known as a hard wax oil. So that will film over and create a hard wax, but it gives a nice hand rubbed, finished finish. Yeah.
Woof.
Look at that, guys. It looks incredible. I think I've found a way to pause it as well. I'm going to pause it right there.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Good place to pause.
I can barely hear your mic, Charlie.
Oh, 1 second. You hear me better now?
Little bit. Got you up to 200% on mine. There we have it, guys.
That was fun. Hey, that was fast.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yeah, time flew through that video. What does everyone think of the new structure of doing the Cryptosmith videos? Did you get a lot more information with the process? Did you like the new camera angles? Did you like the production that Smith has done in DaVinci Resolve? And you know, does it make the Cryptosmith episodes better? Is there any improvements you think we can make? Please let us know, either in the stream party chat or in the YouTube channel also. Yeah, I'm gonna change my camera actually, because I've still got it as the XSplit. There we go. Should be back on now. Guys, don't forget you can also follow Cryptosmith at Cryptosmith01 on X. He's also on Facebook at JD Knives, where you can check out some of his more day-to-day business productions. Some really epic stuff on there if you want to get a feel for what is possible. And yeah, Smith, is there anything you would like to let the community know before we close this new structure of the stream down?
I would just ask a few questions for sure. Feedback is always a great thing. Shoot me up on Discord, Cryptosmith. I'm also on X, formerly known as Twitter, as Cryptosmith01. Shoot me all the messages you can. Anything helps, of course. If you guys are up, I'm thinking around a 30-minute video, but I wanted to play it safe with the 20-minute. We'd like to put out some quality stuff. We're going to work on camera. We're learning all the time, for sure. And show you that guy right there.
Epic.
Oh,
That's brilliant. I'll zoom you up. There you go. Check that out, guys. Check that out. So the name of the stream is the what was it again, Smith?
The PERTOREUM.
The PERTOREUM. And why is that?
Well, because it reminds me of a Persian knife. And so I was going to call it the Repersian, and it just didn't have a very good roll off the tongue sound. And PERTOREUM sounded really pretty great. So we went with PERTOREUM. Again, the Persian look and feel of the knife, I think, really speaks as to why we went. Oh,
yeah.
So, yeah, pretty happy with how that came out. It was a really ad-lib, off-the-cuff knife. And I think it worked out really well.
Yeah, looks absolutely epic.
See the logo there.
Oh, yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. So when can the community expect to see this in the Discord? As Fudweiser said, when can Charlie get this knife?
Yeah.
Well, we'll get some photos of it. It has to go through some post-production stuff and scanning. And once everything, again, just to reiterate, we're really working on making sure that we have a structure that can handle the load. Be quite honest with you, we just once a week stuff. We weren't prepared for it, and it just created a pile up. And the pile up became something that was overbearing and kind of. I wasn't prepared for it, frankly. So we're getting prepared for it, and when we are, it'll be coming out. Floodgates will be open, and it'll be something that will be available on the blockchain basically at any time.
Excellent. And in terms of these, this brand new structure of streams, we are planning to do these a little less regular due to the production that is involved in the creation of this on with Cryptosmith, and to put more focus on the actual items and give us a lot more time to plan these things as well. So this is going to be every 2 weeks, and yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to click like at the bottom of this stream. If you're not already subscribing, please click that button and the little bell. We're also on Instagram, we're also on Threads, we're also on X, that's with the username @Raptoreum. And again, check out JD Knives on Facebook and @Cryptosmith01 on X. Cheers, guys. Until next time.
Cheers.
Everybody.